Tis, tis, tis. Y'all. Well, first of all, what is good? It's your boy Bobby. We back. Happy Memorial's Day. Actually, it's not even Memorial Day anymore because it is the next day. We are past midnight. I was gonna stream on Twitch, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going back to YouTube. But the topic of today's stream is that Yeat, his monthly listeners are going down, y'all. You know, you can't make this shit up. In that he got apparently like close to 8 million monthly listeners. He's still around 7, which in itself, you know, 7 million bodies, bruh. That's like more than, actually, I don't know. 7 million people, still a lot of people listening to music. Granted, a lot of them are like Spotify playlists, and there's like a whole algorithm and calculation of what monthly listeners actually means. Does that mean 7 million people are actually listening to it monthly? I don't know. I don't know what Spotify is doing. Brody says Yeat falling off, or why Yeat falling off. I don't think he's falling off. I just want to clarify that. However, what we do have to realize is that bro needs to start dropping again, because this is the first time that his monthly listeners have gone down since his come up. Like, ever since Up To Me, all the songs started going viral on that album. Arguably, I think Up To Me is his best album thus far. 2 Alive was cool. It had the Uzi feature, it had the big look, right? It sold 34K first week. But Up To Me, man, Up To Me, them TikTok songs were going crazy. And you know, the music industry needs TikTok nowadays. That's how you market. So I don't want to hear any bullshit about like he had TikTok artists, the TikTok fans. The reason these Drake songs going up low key is because of TikTok too. Not as much, because he has a lot of radio play and whatever. Rap Caviar has to do a lot with that. But anyway, as I was saying, he went down from 7 million, I believe, the past month to 6.8. He was higher in the 7 millions, I believe. Let's check it out on Twitter right quick. So this was like a screenshot from, I believe, 24 days ago. Then look, 7.04 mil. Okay, people. Now we got 6.8 mil. What we doing out here? What we doing? And I don't know when 2 Alive dropped. It was like March, I want to say. Do y'all know? We're in the end of May. It's almost June. Now, he did say that he was gonna drop something. He had a little surprise after the tour. That's also why he's taking a little bit of a break. He already dropped so much music. He flooded the market. He dropped the Geek Pack. He had the Uzi features. He got the Gunna feature and Young Thug on did he get Young Thug? I can't even remember. On 2 Alive. So he got the big looks, but he fell back a little bit, as artists should. So it's expected for his monthly listeners to go down, but still I just thought it was significant because it's the first time ever since Up To Me that the monthly listeners have dropped. Because if you recall, leading up to 2 Alive, Up To Me was gaining more and more sales every single week until it, like, I think it was on a Hot 100 Billboard or Hot 200. It was like at the very end of the Billboard charts, the album, and Money So Big, I believe. So he was gaining monthly listeners even months after Up To Me dropped, but now we're only like a couple months after 2 Alive, and it looks like you know, it's going down. So I mean 2 Alive definitely did well first week sales wise, but I think that the reason that the monthly listeners are going down is because, as we've discussed, Up To Me has carried his streams. Like, Money So Big, still his hottest song. It's also the most popular streaming wise, but it's also getting the most streams per day, per week, per month, or whatever, and that wasn't on 2 Alive. So it's getting, and sorry about that, was on 4L. And we've discussed this. So many of these songs, 1, 2, 3, 4. It used to be like 5 or 6. But a lot of these songs, most of them, a majority, 7 out of 10 are old songs. So 2 Alive, I don't know, maybe it's just not doing as well as his past albums. Now, people are saying Yeat finally falling off. He's not falling off. He's just, you know, like, how do I explain this? I don't know where Yeat's peak is going to be. What do you guys think? Money So Big just went platinum. It has 100 million streams. I don't know if 100 million streams means platinum. Does it? To be platinum is 1 million copies sold. So 100 million divided by 1500, which is how you calculate sales, that's 66,000 copies. So I don't know if that's, maybe I calculated that wrong. I don't know. Let me try it again. 100 million, right? 100 million divided by 1500, 66. I don't think it's platinum, bro. I think it will eventually, but again, as soon as he drops a tape with Uzi, he's gonna have 3x listeners. Twizzy, I agree with you. That's why I'm saying this is no problem. I just thought it was something to discuss, given that he's had such a fast come up and it's literally never stopped. He just kept his foot on the pedal, growing and growing and growing, and finally, like, you know, so Fago's gonna get a chance here. It's time for him to drop. If I was Fago, I'd be like, oh shit, you know, his monthly listeners are dropping. Okay, let me jump in right now. Let's swoop in. Let's slide into his DMs real quick. No, not his DMs, but you get what I'm saying. Like, what is So Fago? I think he had like 2 million monthly listeners at one point, or 3 million. I don't know. Whenever Knock Knock, and by the way, Knock Knock, voice crack, Knock Knock has more streams than Money So Big, 179 million, but it's also boosted by Lyrical Lemonade. But so is, you know, Yeat's gotten the Lyrical Lemonade music videos too. That's interesting. But yeah, why are people hating on Yeat? Honestly, the reason people are hating on Yeat, and by the way, this is not a hate, y'all know how much I support Yeat. People hate on Yeat. It's kind of like Donald Trump, or politics in general, or like Playboy Cardi or NBA Youngboy or Lil Uzi Vert. Whenever there's one side that loves this motherfucker, there has to be an other side that, like, you know, people despise how much that, like, their favorite artist isn't loved by the mainstream public or a certain fan base, so they start hating hardcore. It's just the balance of life. People are hating on Yeat because I talk about him every day. Why would I affect anybody's feelings? Wouldn't that mean that they hate me? Why am I trying all the excuses in the world to back Yeat? His music was never good. His music is good, bro. What are you talking about? I just think that 2 Alive was a little bit more fast food than his previous projects. You feel me? Like, it definitely made a significant impact in music and hip hop. Like, everybody was talking about it, but it was more so like the movement of Yeat in 2 Alive rather than the actual songs within it. Whereas Up To Me, I was talking to the people I work with, shout out Lewis and Tracky. Lewis just sent me some merch, by the way, and I'm gonna start a PO box for people that want to send me clothes and whatnot to rock on stream or in fit pics. But Up To Me, and this is to a way lesser degree, so don't get me wrong, like, Yeat is not Uzi level. I just want to put a little disclaimer that, but Up To Me, I think, is gonna be Yeat's Love Is Rage 2. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna go down in Yeat's career for the rest of, you know, his duration, but I feel like it might be a situation where fans not turn on him, but like they want the Up To Me days that like solidified his career, just like Love Is Rage 2 solidified Uzi's career back in the day. Again, totally different scenario. I mean, like, Uzi's Love Is Rage 2 sold like 120K. He was already hitting Billboard easy with singles, with Money Longer and all that shit on with Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World. But like, to you know, there's levels to this shit. You feel me? So we'll see. I think Yeat's chilling though. There's nothing to worry about. He be selling. He hit like 1 billion streams or some shit like 2 weeks ago. 1 billion, bro. He made $6 million and he had to pay $3 million in taxes, he said on Twitter. Huh. $6 million, bro. That shit is crazy. Can y'all imagine that? In 1 year, the come up was crazy. Pause. Yeat is shaking. Yeat is not shaking. You know what Yeat's strategy is now? He's gonna be like, oh, okay. My monthly listeners went down. Let me drop this tape with Uzi. Now he just gotta get Uzi on board because Uzi's been super confident. He was on his Instagram story last night being like, yo, these rappers can't, you know, like me. And they're right. I think Uzi needed to stop like crying on his Instagram story about like whatever it was, you know, people miss the old me or some shit. Nah, like he needs to get in his bag. Like he is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. Kings cannot wait to see him fall off the earth. I think so many people cannot wait to see him fall off, but that's what it takes. Honestly, if you have a huge hate base, is that a phrase? That's good. That means you killing shit. Because again, like nobody's gonna be passionate enough to hate you if you don't have other people on the other side that love you to death. Now, there were some, not embarrassing, because you know, you can't control your fan bases, but there was this video that Hello Yassine posted, and it was like legit Chuck E. Cheese little kids, like 6-year-olds, like going crazy for Yeat at the concert. I was like, oh, that is not a good look, but I guess it is a good look at the same time. But yeah, people just cannot wait to see him fall off, because especially the Sofego fans, I bet, or like other underground people. Because he just took that shit by storm. He took the whole entire underground and the new wave. I'd be pissed too if I was an artist. If I'd be working 3 years in this bullshit, dropping on SoundCloud every single week just to get 200 plays, and then Yeat comes in, you know, from the outside looking in, making the exact same song over and over. You know, obviously there's differences, but that's what they say. And then he starts making $6 million 1 year. I would be pissed too, bruh.